Hello, I am the £1000 Pig and I am starting a new series. It's called Free Game, Free Review, where I review a game which is free and you decide whether it is worth your time. In this video I will be talking about War Thunder, a so-called MMO combat flight game. I should warn you though that it is currently in open beta. When you first start, you're given a choice of what country you want to choose. You can choose America, Germany, the USSR, Britain and Japan. It doesn't really matter what you choose because all the planes are unlocked for everyone. The game has two modes to play in, arcade mode and simulation mode. Arcade mode is an easy pick up to play, get into dogfights and battles within a few minutes. Simulation mode is a lot harder, it's a lot rarer too. I found myself waiting a few, like 10 minutes just for one match. But simulation mode is a lot more realistic. For example, your plane's wings can fly off if you fly too fast. You can black out if you turn too fast because of the G-forces. You have landing gear to raise and lower. But the whole simulation thing, it seems to carry over to arcade mode quite a bit as well, which you'll see. The first thing which hit me was the scale of the whole thing. The maps are massive and the view distance is really impressive, which you can just fly towards a battle and you can just see teammates fight, one of the enemy fighters. From long distance you can see tracers fly through the air, it's amazing. There is a problem with the simulation mode, I think, where to get to a fight from the airfield at the start of the round, because you only have one life in that mode, it can take you 5 or more minutes just to get to a fight. Which is realistic, I guess. The combat is great. It's so deep as each plane has its own stats and physics, rather than just vehicles in the air, which basically handle like they're on rails. It is a challenge to fly and shoot, but once you do kill someone, it's much more satisfying. Ooh. Where are you going? Mouse is a good controller for it. A controller apparently sucks for it, but the variety's there, which is good. Altitude is king in War Thunder. If you have the higher ground, you have advantage because momentum is a big factor in the game. But it can work against you. If you turn too tightly, you can black out. Blacking out seems like a really cool idea. Because the amount of G-forces on the pilot's body, they sometimes lose control and lose consciousness, which of course is really dangerous for them. That really helps improve the combat because if you turn too sharp, you can just lose consciousness and they can get behind you, or you can even crash and die before they can do that. Ooh, how? Where'd you go? Ah, they're all over you. What? No! It's so dirty. Though it's not just air combat, there's plenty to shoot on the ground as a plane, such as AA guns, bunkers, armoured cars and tanks. Some missions revolve around you destroying all these targets, but if you do it too early, you're a sitting duck, because the enemy's planes can just see you and just swoop down and kill you, so it is really important to take out some planes before you even try to take out the targets on the ground. You landing? Oh, I'm landing. Oh. Though in simulator you only have one life, in arcade mode you have as many lives as you do crew, which at the start of the game is 3, but I think it can get up to maybe 6 or more, depending on how much you want to spend. So each time you die, your plane is gone for the rest of that round, and you can choose a new plane. But once you do die, and you've run out of all your planes, you can just leave the match. You're not punished for it, and you still get all the experience and points. The sounds are great in the game. I love all the machine guns on all the planes. Once you do hit them, it's so satisfying because you see bits of plane just fall off them. The engine sounds are also great. You can hear when your plane is having trouble keeping up because you can just hear it stutter, and sometimes it is because your fuel tank has been shot, or your plane just has holes in it and it's just struggling to stay up in the air. The graphics are amazing for a free game. The lighting is good as it reflects off your plane. You can see that, and I already talked about the draw distance before. It's just incredible. There's even a cockpit view. As each plane has a different cockpit, you can actually dogfight in these views, and they kind of help, but the outside view is far better. Cockpit view would be so insane, and it does support Oculus Rift. No! You're also able to customize your own ammo, so you can carry bombs if you want. Depending on the plane. You can also customize your crew, which I thought was a really cool idea. Like, you can withstand G-forces more, you can improve your speed, improve your gunner's accuracy. One thing I should say is that the gunners on bombers, it comes with your own little gunner. So you can just be flying and trying to bomb stuff while your gunner is sitting in the back shooting anyone who tries to chase you. Which is great because there's not a lot of teamwork in the game, I've found. Sadly, there isn't much customization in the game. There's a few decals put on your plane, but I don't see the point in it. The planes are just so small in combat, you can hardly see other planes. And at the moment, you can only put on 2 decals if you haven't put any money into the game as a premium member. But it seems pretty useless. You're also able to customize the paint of the plane, which each pattern can be unlocked through earning achievements in the game. Though I would have liked to give each plane a nickname just to help me remember it all, because there's so many planes. There's over 100 planes and it's hard to remember them all by numbers. There's just so many planes, I felt overwhelmed because with the 5 factions you can choose, it doesn't matter what you choose. You unlock them all so fast, and 3 for each country. I wanted to specialize, and I could do that. You know, I could do that and go down the trees, but I wanted to learn about each of the planes rather than just, you know, unlock and go for the best one all the time. It doesn't seem like it's pay to win, though in arcade mode you can buy more crew lives, so you have more planes and you can just fight for longer, but you can leave at any time so you aren't punished for it, and you still get all the experience, like I said. There are a few bugs still in the game because it is still in beta, such as my mouse was stuck on the screen, which was really annoying. It was stuck at the top corner and I just couldn't do anything even after landing, getting a new plane. I thought it was a mechanical thing with the plane, which I thought was a good idea, but it seems like a bug. Overall, I love the game. I didn't expect to like it because I didn't know much about it, and I'm not a huge fan of planes, but I love physics in games. And this was just so fun, especially with the large environments, all the physics, the sounds, the graphics. It's not the kind of game for everyone, but if you are remotely interested in it, I suggest trying it, even if it's just for the experience of playing around with the large maps and the sheer scale of it. It is definitely worth experiencing. So it's similar to World of Tanks, and they even have plans to release an army and a navy in future. but if I had to compare this and World of Warplanes, this is easily the better game. So if you like this format, free game, free review, then thumbs up, comment, subscribe, let me know and I'll keep making them. But if you got any suggestions, like you would want to see more War Thunder videos or a different free game reviewed, maybe one which you really like, you know, post a comment and let me know. See ya.